Hello everyone, welcome to Kelly's Corner. Jared and Stevie filling in. Kelly's out sick today, so I'm filling in for her show today. And next to me, so we're going to be wishing Kelly feels better. So we all wish that she feels better. Pretty sure by the time you're watching this, she'll be good and back in action. So next to me are people from Habitat for Humanity, and you want to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, my name's Megan. I'm the volunteer coordinator at Habitat for Humanity of Greater Cincinnati.
My name is also Megan, and I'm the volunteer services manager. So we run a lot of the volunteers and coordinate, we recruit, and try to retain volunteers at Habitat, and then also recognizing our volunteers and all that they do for us.
All right, to both Megans, each Megan, we'll start with the blonde Megan first.
Okay.
Then we'll go to the Caucasian Megan. Okay, Megan, do you want to explain about what you guys do at Habitat for Humanity? You want to explain to the viewers that are watching the show?
Yeah, so we are a nonprofit Christian housing ministry. So we provide families in the Greater Cincinnati area the opportunity to become homeowners. So they apply to our program. There's a few different steps they have to take and criteria to meet. And then we begin the process of either building their home or fixing up a home for them to move into. And while they're working on their home and we're building it, Habitat coined the term of sweat equity, and they put about 250 hours per adult in the home, actually working on the house, volunteering right next to all the other volunteers coming out. And then once they finally get to move in, they start their monthly mortgage payments. And every homeowner that comes through has the monthly mortgage just like everybody else.
All right, Megan, too, do you want to explain about your job is at Habitat for Humanity?
My job?
No, hers.
Okay. So like I said, I'm the volunteer services manager, and at Habitat, I try to help people understand what Habitat does and to get them to come out and volunteer with us. So our homes take about 15 weeks to build, and that takes about 15 volunteers Wednesday through Saturday to build our homes. So that's a lot of volunteer hours. It's a lot of time, and we couldn't build our houses or do what we do in the Cincinnati community without volunteers. So it's really important for us to be able to recruit, retain, and recognize our volunteers for all that they do for us. So that's kind of what we do in our department, is try to bring people in to understand what Habitat does, get them to volunteer with us, and there's different ways you can volunteer. You can volunteer at our restores, which are home improvement stores. We sell new and gently used items for sale, and you can also donate items to the restores. And then people come in and they buy them or they donate, and we have volunteers that come and clean up, they restock the shelves, they do different kind of things around the restores. And then we have our construction sites where we're rehabbing houses, so flipping homes, or we do new builds, which is really fun too. And so it takes about 15 weeks for those, like I said, and then about double that for our rehab homes, like that we have in Lower Price Hill right now. So it's important for us to make sure that we have enough volunteers to build those, and to recognize all that they do for us. So without people like viewers like you who are donating your time or donating funds to help us build our houses, we wouldn't be able to build. So we actually build in the Cincinnati area, so Hamilton County, and then all the counties that touch Hamilton County as well, which is into Kentucky and into Indiana as well.
All right, either one of the Megans, you guys can explain. Do you want to explain to the viewers how many locations you have across the tri-state area?
Yeah, so we are building right now, our most southern house that we're building right now is in Erlanger, Kentucky, and that's our biggest need right now. So our biggest need right now is for volunteers to come out to Erlanger, Kentucky, to our house at 3410 Cowie, and you can sign up for opportunities on our website, but that's our most southern opportunity. And then our most northern that's coming up is in Fairfield. And that opportunity will be available in the next couple weeks for volunteers to sign up and be able to volunteer in Fairfield. So that's our most northern house, and both of those are new. And then there's everything in between as well.
All right, and how many Habitat for Humanity restore locations do you guys have across the Cincinnati area?
So yeah, our affiliate has 5 different restores. 3 are in Ohio and 2 are in northern Kentucky. And they're Bellevue, Kentucky and Florence, Kentucky. And then the ones in Ohio is Cheviot over on the west side, Fairfield, and Bond Hill.
All right, how many years have you guys, has Habitat for Humanity been in business?
We have been a local chapter, so they're called affiliates. So there's Habitat International, which is kind of the one that that kind of oversees everything. So that's what they do. And then we also have a local affiliate here that's been in business since 1986. So we've been building since 1986 in Cincinnati, and we've built over 650 homes.
All right, you want to explain about the Rock the Block thing that you guys do in October and sometimes in the spring each year. You want to explain to the viewers about that?
Yeah, so Rock the Block is a neighborhood revitalization effort and cleanup that we do once or twice a year, and it's this really big, really fun event that we do about 20 to 30 exterior home repairs, and we do a couple of neighborhood cleanup community projects as well. And we bring out about 400 or so volunteers that will come out and they'll volunteer with us. It's probably my favorite event where everybody's just excited to be there. They're there early in the morning and then they get to come out. They each have their own project. Jared, you've gone there a couple times, right? Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite event. And I know, Jared, you were interviewing homeowners and interviewing some of us and some of our volunteers, and just kind of, it's a day to come out in your neighborhood, have fun, do some really fun work, get to know a local neighborhood and community in the Cincinnati area. And then there's free lunch, free breakfast, lots of coffee to keep everybody energized, free t-shirts, and it's a really fun way to get to know a part of Cincinnati that you might not know.
And to let you guys know, that video is up on YouTube, Real Life Action TV. All separate words, Real Life Action TV, and you will see it on there. All right, is there anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, we have a couple events coming up. We have Women Build Week that's going to be coming up. We have an event at Wooden Cask Brewery that is called Women Inspiring Women. And we're going to have panelists there that are going to be talking about what it's like to be a woman in our society, that's in business, who also might be a mother, who's at home as well, and maybe she has a job. We're going to have one of our construction site superintendents, Brandy Takala, come out, and she's going to talk about what it's like to be a woman in construction in this day and age and what that is like, and it's going to be really empowering. And we're also going to have Nisha, who is the vice president of our Habitat Young Professionals group. She works at P&G, and she's going to be talking as well. We'll have one of our Habitat homeowners there as well, and so it's going to be a really fun event at 6 p.m. At Wooden Cask Brewery in Newport, and they're going to be just talking about what it's like to be a part of Women Build Week and what it's like to be a woman in business in our society. And we're hoping just to get a lot of people out to get to know the area and to get to know what Habitat does and how they got involved with Habitat. And then that will kind of be the kickoff for Women Build Week, which will be in June. So June 11th, 12th, and 13th. And so that is a sponsored event, so you can get a team together and we'll be raising funds for that and getting a team out, or you can also do fundraising for yourself to get a slot for Women Build Week. And so it'll be really fun, and it's just to, inspire and to educate people that women can build too. So very exciting. And then we will have our Jackson Blitz Build as well, which will be in April 1st to the 4th. And we'll be doing a blitz build in Lincoln Heights, which is where we had our last Rock the Block. Mm-hmm. And Habitat is building a bunch of different houses on that street. And it'll be kind of the kickoff event for Volunteer Appreciation Week. So that's the biggest thing that's coming up right now is is our appreciation month. So we can't do our jobs, we couldn't do our jobs without people like you, without people like Collective Visions and all the different individuals that come out each and every day to volunteer with Habitat. And we have volunteers in our donations office, in our restores, in our construction field, and so many different things that we couldn't do. So we want to make sure that we're appreciating all the people that do so much for us. And so we are going to be having a volunteer appreciation spotlight each day, and it'll be spotlighting a different volunteer that's been nominated for the Volunteer of the Year award, and that Volunteer of the Year will be decided on, and then we'll announce that winner on April 25th. But each day in April, we're going to be spotlighting a different volunteer that's done so much for Habitat in 2019. So whether that they are in the donations office, taking calls of donations, or whether they come out to our construction sites almost every day and build with us, or they are on the restore dock unloading things, loading things, and don't get paid anything for it. We also have AmeriCorps members who donate 10.5 months of service for Habitat here that have been nominated as well. So it's just a really good way to spotlight all of the different types of volunteers that we have. And so look on our social media pages and on our website to see all those incredible volunteers that have been nominated. And that will start on April 1st.
You want to give them the website info?
Yeah, so our website is habitatcincinnati.org, and to volunteer you just have to do /volunteer. So look it up, and then feel free to look at all the volunteers that have been